Good morning.
Hello.
It's good to see you today. We are at a place we have not been at in quite a while.
Long time.
We are at the Building Material Outlet Center, and in
Eagan, Minnesota.
In Eagan, Minnesota, for those who have asked. In the past, what is all the stuff we've got here for remodeling, Tom?
Like every window in our house, I've got from here. Our upper cabinets in our kitchen.
Yep.
Our island in our kitchen, those cabinets.
Yep. In the past, we've gotten really good deals here, but then over the last year and a half, when everyone else started remodeling and building, it's been a lot harder to find good deals here. But Tom's been working on putting in our new flooring, and we just got to the point now where he's to the bathroom, and we've talked about replacing our bathroom vanity. We could paint it, but it's not actually super heavy duty or great quality. So Tom's kind of like, well, if we're going to switch it out, now is the time to do it.
Right. And the reason why I said that is because I know that Dawn likes vanities and stuff on feet.
Yeah.
So you can see underneath it. And so I thought, I know that if I put new flooring in here and we don't replace this, we're going to find a vanity then afterwards, and I'm going to have to peel all the flooring back out of the bathroom and do it again.
We don't want to do that. And the big bummer is we've actually seen some kind of cool vanities on Marketplace for inexpensive, but they disappear, they fall through. So we thought, well, we're not having any luck finding what we're looking for anywhere else, so we're just going to come run through BMO, see if we can find anything. And then when we get back home, we will give you an update on the flooring. It's looking super cool. And we will show you, Tom actually did score something really good on Marketplace recently for pretty inexpensive. And so we'll show you that as well.
What did I... Oh, I know what it is. 60.
What are we looking for?
Doors at the bottom of 58.
Okay. I mean, preferably drawers, but I don't...
Oh, do you not like the beadboard?
I would want to paint it, I think.
These aren't drawers though either then.
Oh, yeah. And 60 inches might be pushing the width.
Yeah, it's a couple inches bigger. This is 60. So it seems like they're all 48 or 60, but we need 58 is what our current one is. We could go down to 56 and be fine.
Yeah, but going wider wouldn't be ideal, right?
We don't really have the room to go wider. What if it's shorter?
So a shorter would be okay. And those are all drawers.
That's 54 as well.
Oh, that one has legs! Yes! That's cute. It's white, which wouldn't be my first preference, but we could always...
You can paint it.
Paint it down the road. I probably wouldn't paint it right away. I do like how that looks.
Let's look and see if we can find a countertop.
Yeah, then the countertop's the next thing, yeah. All right, we are back home. We got the vanity. How much narrower is this vanity compared to our...
4 inches.
4 inches, but that's okay.
Yeah, because that spot between the toilet and the wall and the cabinet has been always a little tight, so...
Okay, so it should be fine.
It's okay.
But what I really wanted to show everyone in here is our mega Marketplace find.
Well, I don't know. It has an error code on it right now, so...
Oh. Well, I'm sure that's...
It didn't drain.
Oh, no. Okay.
Anyway, so we found this killer Bosch dishwasher.
Because everyone said get a Bosch 800.
It'll actually clean your dishes because we said we always have to pre-wash our dishes.
Yeah. So we couldn't find any new Bosches in stock in white anywhere, and so we were looking on Marketplace, and Tom found this one.
Yeah, this one was $100 as well.
Yeah, so a super good deal, but only if it works.
The guy said it was the best one he's ever had, but maybe he was getting rid of it because it stopped working. I don't know.
No, they were remodeling their kitchen.
They were remodeling their kitchen.
So they were getting rid of the white appliances.
I'm sure if it's not draining, I routed something wrong. There's not really any way I could have done that, but...
Yeah, so I guess we'll...
I'm going to run the rinse cycle quick. It's a 12-minute thing and see what it does.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So we didn't exactly get the new vanity in. It's like your projects. They always all just take a little bit longer than we planned. Tom has been busy. Tom has not been sitting around watching soap operas.
Hold on. Oh, soap operas. To do this room right, which is the way we're going to do it, we have to take the vanity out, all the trim off, the 2 cabinets out, the washer and dryer out, all the flooring up, the toilet out.
Yeah.
That's kind of...
it's not just putting in a new vanity.
No,
so
and
I'll
then,
give you that.
And then everything we take out of here isn't like leaving our house. You know,
No,
our house
we
is
have to
small,
find
so
a
all
spot.
of these things will just get plucked somewhere into our house.
Yeah. But, no, you did get the flooring into all the rest of our living area, so it's just the bathrooms that are left, and it looks awesome.
Yeah, it does.
Really good.
Yeah, it's the 2 bathrooms that are left.
Because they're the annoying, take everything out kind of thing.
Yeah, yank the most amount of stuff out.
So I'm fine. I'm being patient, and like I actually really like the vanity. Tom's like, do you like it? And I'm like, I actually really do like it a lot.
It's gonna be a lot of work, so you better like it.
I don't love white, so
it looks great in video, and it looks great when it's new.
Yep. But over time, when we get the white vanity in, if it starts to wear or not look good, I'll paint it. But that's fine, because that can be a down the road.
Yeah.
So we didn't get super far, but we did want to just touch on a question that comes up frequently about getting out of debt. So Tom and I were doing a Facebook Live in our private decluttering group, which is actually open right now. If you had hoped to join, we only open it occasionally, and there's usually a wait list for it, but we do have it open right now for the new year. And there is a monthly fee that goes along with it, but you get a ton of value.
Dawn gives you a video and encouragement every single day.
Yeah, so
like literally every day.
It's become a very like close-knit group of all of us just working to get our house under control. But anyways, we were doing a Facebook Live in there, and the question came up, as it often does, about getting out of debt, especially this time of year. It's something that's top of mind. And afterwards, a friend said, you like came alive when you guys were talking about that. And I think next to minimalism and simplifying our home, getting out of debt getting out of debt probably made a bigger difference, honestly.
I think getting out of debt was bigger for sure.
Yeah. As far as stress load and mental like impact.
The amount of life you get from getting out of debt, I feel is greater than the simplifying our house thing.
Yeah.
I think they go hand in hand, but
Totally.
the money aspect was much more life-giving for me anyway.
Well, so I think what we'll do is we'll just share how we've gotten out of debt, and not trying to say this is the only way or this is what you have to do or even that we know everything, but we'll just share kind of our story, and then you can take what's helpful to you from it. So we did
Dave Ramsey's plan,
which is a $0 based budget. So every time we had any kind of income come into our house, every dollar got assigned, whether it was going to groceries or gas, but mostly trying to get as many of those dollars to debt as possible each time money came in.
Yeah. So the first time we tried to do the Dave Ramsey plan, I didn't buy it. I thought there's no way people can actually do that. Like, yeah, that's cute. Like, that's such a great idea, but there's no way. And I thought the amount of time it would take us, like, I didn't have it in me then. I thought there's just no chance.
When we first did this, we had been married, I think, a year and a half, and a church where we were living was doing it. So we I learned about it, and I'm like, hey, Tom, you got to learn about this. So he would listen to the CDs when he was driving to work. And then, but when we first added up our debt, not including our mortgage, was over $100,000.
A long time ago.
A long time ago, with student loans, medical bills, a business loan. And so...
And we were on very low income then.
That's
I mean, not low income,
yeah.
but like it wasn't, like it was 2010.
Right, so we were in a position where we were just covering our living expenses and our minimum payments, let alone trying to think about even having extra to put on debt. Yeah. So I just want you to know that we have completely been there twice.
Right. So then fast forward, what is it, like 10 years later, maybe 45 cars later?
That's how Tom measures time.
No, honestly, like my car thing probably kept us into a lot of debt. Like we bought cheaper vehicles, but like I bought a lot of them. And you don't make money on cars if you're curious.
Yeah.
And so I think that like you said, you have to hate your debt. We got to a point where my jobs, some of them were fairly up and down. And I got so tired of the side hustles, like constantly farming or driving semi or selling real estate or like just tons of side jobs to make ends meet. Yeah, we finally got so fed up with making payments and debt that we just sold like crazy. We got on the same page with what we needed to do, what the goal was.
Yeah.
And we sold like crazy. And being a car guy, like a Prius is like the last thing a car guy would ever want to drive. And I was driving a lot and I thought, well, a Prius is cheaper and it's going to save fuel, so that'll save more money. That'll put more money towards our budget, like to go to debt.
Yeah.
And so that was, to me, that felt like the ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I knew Tom was all in when he was willing to drive a Prius. But when you're saying about selling, like what kinds of things did we sell?
Oh, like furniture?
Running shoes that I hadn't worn.
Yeah.
Appliances.
I sold vehicles. Like that was my thing. Like vehicles and parts and tools,
exercise equipment.
Yeah.
I mean, if we were not using it and it had like more than like a $20 value, we were selling it.
Yeah. Or like if it had debt on it. So when we first bought this house, I had a newer car that I had a loan on, and the day that we bought this place, I sold it and bought a $1,000 piece of junk because I was like, there's no way, I don't want that much debt.
Yeah.
I remember then, like anything and everything, then it was like you say, if it wasn't nailed down and the kids didn't need it, like gone.
And that really helps you get, because I mean, basically what you're trying to do is break your consumerism habits, right? You're buying, like spending habits for most of us is how we got into debt. And so you have to break that. And so it's like by going the opposite way and just like selling and just putting every penny on debt, it helped to make it so that it was a little bit easier to not buy the stuff that we would have in the past.
Selling all the other stuff, it gives extra chunks of money to put onto the debt to get the snowball going.
Right.
Like that's the biggest thing. You list your debts from largest to smallest, and you start paying off the smallest first. You put minimums on everything else, smallest first. And so when we got to that stage, it was like party time. Like in the beginning, it's not super fun. No. It's sacrifices. It's people think you're weird. Family members thought we were weird.
Yeah.
Coworkers thought I was weird.
Yeah.
They thought they thought I was broke too, which is also fun. It's kind of fun when you know what your plan is.
Yeah.
And people think you're broke. It's fun.
Well, and I think it's important to mention too, the reason we were selling so much stuff was because we didn't have extra to put on debt. And that was the only way we could feel like we could make any progress the first couple months, is because we were just covering our living expenses at the time. So we completely understand if you're like, you guys, I don't have any extra to put on debt. Like we get it, and that's where we had to be more creative.
Yeah, and then the other thing, I mean, side hustles, like so side jobs. I feel like there was a season of time where we just worked and worked and worked and worked.
Yep.
And it was at our day job, it was as much overtime as possible, then it was working nights, driving semi for Dawn's family, selling real estate on the weekends and the weeknights. Like it was just work.
Anything we could do.
Yeah.
But we knew it was for a season. And looking back now, we're so glad, obviously, that we did, because I don't think we knew it was stressful having debt, but I don't think we knew how stressful it is. And now being on the other side to be like, wow, that was, I mean, it feels like almost like unnecessary stress now looking back of like, wow, that put so much burden and pressure on us that didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
But here's what's so cool. When you like first look at all your debt, you add it all up, there's like calculators online you can use to project like how long it'll take to pay it off, with how much extra do you have to put on. And I think when we first added it up, it was like 2 years, 6 months, I think, to get out of consumer debt. Not even talking about like mortgage or anything. And I remember thinking like, that is so long. But when I was going to college, I transferred schools and not as many of the credits transferred as I thought was going to. Story of Dawn's life, by the way.
She's made up for it since then.
My student loans like were a huge part of our debt.
Yeah.
But I remember the academic counselor said, I had a year left, and I was like, at that time, a year felt like forever, right? When I just thought I should be graduating already. And he was like, well, Dawn, the time's gonna pass anyway. And so even when you look out and you're like, it's gonna take 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, the time's gonna pass anyways. But here's what's so cool. Every single person that we know that I've followed online that has set out on this journey and they look at the projected time, it always takes
way faster.
So much less time. Once you get into it, there will be an initial bump in the road. Something will break or go wrong with your car, your household, your washing machine.
Yep.
There will be an expense.
Yep.
And there's gonna be a bump in the road. You're gonna feel discouraged and wonder if you should keep going. You keep going and you will be amazed at the different ways that money comes into your life to pay off this debt faster.
Yeah, and I would say go to Dave Ramsey's YouTube page and just watch his YouTube videos. Watch the callers, listen to the questions, hear his answers. Like the testimonies are what did it for me.
Yeah.
So we had been like contemplating doing this for a long time. We did it Dave-ish for a long time. And then at one of my last job, I met a coworker who was like way down the road on Dave's plan. And I was like, I'm sorry, you only have a mortgage and it's only this much? And he's a few years younger than me. And I was just like, how in the, I'm like, okay, all right, that was it. That from that day on, Kyle, if you ever watch this video, from that day on, I was like, if he can do it, we can do it. There's no way. Like, if he can do it, we can do it.
Yeah. We know how discouraging it feels at the onset, but just get started and go all in. Someone asked, like, did you actually cut up your credit cards? Yes.
100%, yes.
You have to follow the plan completely, but it will work out. And this time next year, you could be the one sitting here being like, hey, we're debt free and I don't have that stress anymore and it feels so good. And I don't even know, we originally bought like the book and the CDs. I don't even know if you have to buy anything anymore because all of the information is on Dave's.
I mean, you can. I mean, but I went from a shop to a desk and I worked at a desk for 2 years and I listened to his show in the background every single day, just continuing to encourage me. And I think that's what helped keep it going along.
Yeah. And I know some people like the Every Dollar app, or there's another program called like You Need a Budget that people like. We did a calendar and Excel spreadsheet for the longest time. Like for me, visually, that was more helpful. So it's not even the system that you use to allocate every dollar. Like it's literally just find something that you can stick with and go all in.
And I'm very black and white. And so I never used spreadsheets before. And then I learned how to use spreadsheets and I built a spreadsheet off our budget, our debts and our finances and everything. And that's when I got like super geeked out.
Yeah, when he's like, could you only spend $20 on groceries this week so we can put the extra $80 onto this credit card, you know?
I remember go online, check our account balance, be like, okay, all right, you know, I'll update the spreadsheet. I'm like, all right, Dawn, so if I put this much on this payment right now, we got nothing for 2 weeks. Do you think we're good?
All right, go for it.
Yeah. And that was the other thing that we did. That was like, we knew ourselves, and the moment money came in, so the moment, like literally, I knew what time of day my check got e-deposited.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have those funds sent straight off to debt immediately,
yep,
we knew it would get just disintegrated with life.
Yep.
And so anytime extra money came in, the moment it was available in our account, she was back out.
Yep. Yep. Totally.
Yeah.
So we just want to encourage you that it's just so worthwhile, and we know it's hard, but surround yourself with people. There's lots of Instagram accounts you can follow. Obviously Dave's YouTube channel, and don't worry about what other people are thinking. Because
the crazy thing is, at the beginning, they're gonna think you're weird and be like kind of naysayers, tell you can't do it or why it won't work, but in the end, they're gonna think you're weird because you did it. Being on the flip side of it, in the beginning, all the hate from coworkers, that was hardest for me. All the hate from coworkers every day, like literally every day, get made fun of for driving a Prius. Totally worth it. Yeah. I'd drive a Prius again if I needed to.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, coming up in the next week or two, we'll show you a new vanity in place. We still gotta figure out like the countertop, what we're gonna do for that, and we have to pull off this old tile and see how the wall's going to be
Yep.
behind that. But so we'll have an update sometime too. No pressure. It's fine. It's the new year. No pressure.
That was no pressure to me, not you guys. You're fine.
You're all good. So, so we'll show you an update sometime. But otherwise, we're just so grateful for you. Thank you for hanging out with us and spending a little time with us today. We love you, and we hope you have a great weekend.
Bye-bye. Go check out Dave's channel.
Stop watching our videos. Go watch his.
Watch Dave Ramsey.